Dear listeners, here is a full story of the late gospel minister Koda, who recently passed away at age 45 due to kidney failure. Born Augustine Owusu Kofi Dua Anto, Kofi Owusu Dua Anto shortened Koda, into a family of love and care, Koda lives in Takoradi, western region of Ghana till date. From a tender age, Koda braved the music he listened to frequently by humming the tunes. Later, Mum would for no reason see something so great in his son that at the age of 10, she enrolled Koda in his first music class, where he immediately fell for the guitar. One fateful day, while growing up in music class, Koda was asked by his music tutor, a multi-instrumentalist and anointed pastor, what he wanted to become should he grow up. Smallish Koda remembers speaking out boldly that he wanted to be like his music tutor, a multi-instrumentalist, preacher and counselor. Then he remembered his tutor called him forward, prayed for him and blessed him with multiples of the unction upon his tutor's life. Koda's ministry couldn't have been better laid. Bracing through all the thick and thin in childhood and adolescence with his music, reality hit him when Koda was met with the option of either playing in a high-life band or continuing with church, where he had learnt everything he knew. The western region of Ghana, where he lived, was at the time the most lucrative hub for the traditional high-life music, as such live bands were the ish of that time when it came to music, and any rising musician would gladly choose the highlife without any hesitation. However, according to Koda, after soul-searching, he found something he could not vividly describe that continued to draw him to church, and thus chose the church. This he later found to be the call upon his life. At service in the music department of the Baptist church which his family attended, Koda would not fully understand his mission at the onset, at least not until after some years on, when he realized that he had been tasked by God with an anointed music mastery and ministry. By the time Koda entered the university, his hands and mind had walked through the creative world of multi-musical instruments and was a staunch Christian, deepening his musical ties with church. Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, NUST, Kumasi, Ghana provided the transformational platform for Koda. Here he became the mass choir director of the university, music director of the music wing of Baptist Students' Union, God's Instruments, and a leading member of the legendary Ghanaian contemporary gospel group, The Project. As NUST mass choir director, Koda had the NUST Simply Jazz crew as his instrumentalists, and the likes Neo Kai, Graciela, Pastor Joe Jayabi, etc. as singers, all of whom he guided. He quickly learnt music production and helped in the release of Owurade EI for God's Instruments as producer and music director, Bra Phi for The Project as one of the producers and instrumentalist in helping Neo Kai, his close pal, with the production of Moko Beat on completion tertiary education. So much happened with the experience at NUST that Koda became a trademark for quality and inspiring gospel music all round, but this was not born on a silver platter. He had to work really hard for it, constant practice, prayer and fasting, etc. A story was told by a friend from NUST that he most often saw Koda praying at the top terrace of their hall of residence, and on knowing what his passion was, he knew he would be a rare breed in that field. Guide Me O by Kofi Dua Anto, Koda. A multi-instrumentalist, producer, pastor and singer, one of Ghana's best-kept gospel music secrets. Today, Koda's music is an evidence of mastery of all music genres that exists, and is always laced with beautifully woven messages about Jesus, who he is so passionate about and would make use of any second to relay to you. His attributes of being very humble, friendly, and jovial, yet will not compromise on excellence and Christian values, flow freely from the very lips of anyone who talks about him. Having worked with and for the likes of Danny Neddy, Neo Kai, Pastor Joe Beecham, Daughters of Glorious Jesus, Joyful Way Inc., Rita Ajay, Ike Nanair, Eugene Zuta, Joe Metal, The Anointed, a music group based in Takoradi he formed with his friends, and supported many gospel music ministries all over Ghana and abroad. The persistence call for him to come stay abroad comes as no surprise, but Koda's insistence on staying in the now oil city of Takoradi, where he had lived for the majority of his life, baffles many. For him, it is all about fulfilling God's will and following his instructions and not the many opportunities and benefits that will meet him abroad compared to staying in Ghana. I have a divine mandate to fulfill in Ghana and importantly Takoradi now my oil city, he puts it and jokingly in the end. Koda has 4 vocal albums to his credit, the little-known Nyambe, and the popular Way We, which has hit inspiring songs such as title track Way We, Poma, Zion's Song, Amen, among others. Other additions to his discography include 4 gospel jazz albums, 2 instructional DVD on bass and lead guitar and a live DVD of one of his concerts. Koda's little popularity across Ghana's music circuit is partially owed to his insistence of remaining low profile and rather focusing on grassroots ministry works and empowering others to observe excellence, especially young people, and keeping compact management of his image. But one will be surprised to learn that Koda won the Best Male Vocalist in the first ever Ghana Gospel Music Honors for his delivery on the project's album almost a decade ago. Amidst the above, last year's Christmas season drew the attention of many music lovers to the ministry of this multi-talented gospel whiz, when his single, Guide Me Oh, off a forthcoming album took the contemporary gospel music scene by storm together with his ministration on the packed gospel concerts within the capital. The music video of Guide Me Oh, when shot and released, will awe many. Koda is one of Ghana's best-kept gospel music secrets. A singer, songwriter, composer, producer, multi-instrumentalist, sound engineer and pastor, Koda is a little over 30-year-old gospel music minister that is passionate about delivering the excellence in production together with touching messages. His humility and respect for the things of God speak volume of him from afar. Though having accomplished a lot, he still remains a great treasure yet to be discovered by many. This albeit, Kofi Dua Anto, Koda, is a David of our time, needs to be celebrated. Just be on the lookout as his ministry unfolds. In the meantime, his Facebook page, Koda, will give you a clue as to what to expect. Koda was married to fellow musician Urama Dua Anto and together they had 2 sons and a daughter. But unfortunately, death came and took him away at the age of 45.